Today is Tuesday, September 9th. Right now it's 12:07 p.m. Pacific time. So I just exited all my positions in gold and I got flat. I booked meaningful profits on this trade, but right now I'm deciding to take profits and get back to being in a flat position. So I'll go over the reasons why I chose to exit right now. Mostly today, we had news this morning, came out the non-farm payroll revisions. So that was very negative 911,000. Those are, I believe, the revisions from March earlier this year. So yeah, the trend in the economic data is numbers come out high, but almost every revision they go down, and sometimes by a lot. So in terms of what happened after the news got published, so the news came out at 7 a.m. Pacific time. You can see even before the news, the price went up to almost 3,675. And then after the news came out, it sold off all the way down to 3,627 before stabilizing a bit. So even though the data was bad, and that should mean negative for the US dollar, negative for rates, and then positive, what market expectations around rate cuts hold true. But this was actually not the fact. Gold is down, dollar is up slightly. Let me just check USD. Yeah, dollar is up, and then even bonds are up a little bit, actually more than a little bit. So 2-year today is trading at 3.5%, and then before the news it was below 3.5. So yeah, bonds midterm yields have risen. Let's check the 10-year, also risen slightly. 30-year no change, and even the short-term yields like the 6-month, mostly these are flat. But to me, this indicates that most of the certainty in a rate cut this month has been priced in. So even though we're going to get PPI data and CPI data in the next 2 days, it may not move the markets much more in terms of expectations. So we're going to get a PPI report tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. and then core inflation rate on Thursday, and then consumer sentiment report on Friday. So recalling the market expectations, I think there's a 90% expectation of a 0.25 basis point rate cut, and then maybe 13% in terms of a 50 basis point rate cut. So I have to ask myself, if it's priced in, is there any more room for prices to move before the Fed interest rate decision on the 16th? So originally I was planning to hold until maybe Thursday or Friday this week, but looking at the price action that happened today, I just decided to exit. Yeah, so we're going even lower now. Let me show where I exactly exited. So I actually tried to fade this move when the news came out. I saw it sold off all the way down here, but I'm slow to buy, so I bought at the very top before it went down again, and then went down again. So here is I think when the London traders probably went home, covered their positions, and it's been slowly bleeding into the second half of the New York session. So I thought maybe it would have another chance to bounce if it came back up, but it's actually going down further. So I exited around here, around 3,640. So right now I'm completely flat. I was looking also at other technical reasons to exit. So in terms of the 1-hour chart, we closed below the Kijun Sen. Not much bounce here. There's this one pin bar, but we're gradually going down. So I think it may not even hold on this trend line. It may, retrace into the Kumo and start bouncing around a little bit in there. And even the 4-hour, so the news this morning created this giant doji, but 2 hours into this current 4-hour candle, we're failing to bounce. So that was what I was looking for. It didn't happen. So to me, I don't have reason to be in this trade anymore. And then the 4-hour Kijun Sen is flat. So looking at the daily time frame, this run has made quite a move already. Comparing the amplitude with previous moves, it's almost similar now. So there is room for traders to book profits, and then either trade the CPI, PPI news later this week, or the interest rate news next week. So it could still, gold in the long term could still be going up again. Weekly and monthly charts are still quite bullish, but in the medium term, it may need to consolidate for a bit before it continues going up. So yeah, right now it's going down 3,637. So yeah, in the past, I've had a habit of trying to hold on to a move too long. I'm trying to build awareness in myself when I start feeling the move is a little bit too easy and I'm getting complacent. That is when I need to be even more diligent to protect my profits and not lose back some of the gains that I got. Wow, going down to 3,635. So I'll show my gains in terms of my spreadsheet. Let's see, these were the 2 core positions I held. So these are closed today. I had a 4, almost 5 to 1 win-loss ratio in terms of the risk to reward I got. I had this 3rd position, but I closed that one a little bit a while ago. And then the 2 trades that I opened today, yeah, these were kind of my ways of trying to put on a 4th position, 4th leg in this trade, but it didn't really work out. So I took some small losses. Another attempt at putting a 4th position, I got a little bit of gains, so they almost net out a little bit. And then you could say this was when I put my 3rd leg of the trade back on, what was it, earlier last week. So yeah, both of these are good gains. I'll just combine this one with the previous one, so 1.5 plus 1.7. So yeah, almost 3.5, similar to the one previous. So yeah, almost 3-4% gains on each of those positions. So prior to this trade, my account was at 229,000, and now after everything is flattened out, I'm at 253,000. So yeah, almost making it back to my high watermark position here. I think I'll just stay flat for a while and keep monitoring what happens to the gold markets and bond markets after the interest rate decision next week.